Hello and welcome, all my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls, to today's pick a card reading, which is, I'm really excited about it if you can't tell. It is, are you the teacher or the student? So this reading is meant to really look at in the situation that you have in mind, and this can also just speak to a general energy that you're in your life. Are you more of the teacher role or are you more of a student, right? What's your role here? What are you guys working on? Especially, I'll say anecdotally for my spiritually thirsty out there, right? My spiritually gifted folks, spiritually inclined. Sometimes it can be hard to tell if a situation is in your life because you're learning the lesson or because you're helping facilitate it, right? So this lesson, excuse me, this reading is meant to kind of take a deeper dive into the situation on your mind and figure out what your role is here, just to kind of give you some peace of mind. I'm just checking to make sure the camera is actually angled. Oh, it is angled right. You guys, I can never tell when things are like angled straight or not, so I'm always paranoid. So thanks for standing by. As usual, we have 3 options to choose from today. We have group 1 with this happy calcite. Excuse me. I do that every time. The orange calcite, because I call it a happy boy. So the orange calcite palm stone. We have group 2 with the serpentine, serpentini weenie, serpentini weenie Houdini. I call my cat Teeny Houdini all the time. And group 3 with this rainbow moonstone palm stone. Hang on one sec. Excuse me, sorry guys. My allergies are awful. I was trying to move the mic away so I'm not deafening you. So take your time, meditate, contemplate on the options in front of you. When you have found one that best resonates with your energy, head down to the timestamps in the description box below. And with that, we're going to start with group 1. Hi, group 1. So you guys chose I almost did it again, the happy calcite. Okay. You guys this could be lessons in happiness, whether you are the teacher or the student, lessons in happiness. But you chose the orange calcite. There's a lot here about creativity, positivity. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Transmuting negative energy, maintaining a positive mindset. So I actually want to start with your archetype cards and kind of figure out the overall role that you're playing in this situation. It's this one for sure. What's at the bottom? Gambler. Okay, so when it comes out in this deck, when it comes out upright, I read the light attribute. Reversed, I read the shadow. Willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you. Yeah, there's very much like a fool kind of energy if you're familiar with the tarot. Orange might in general be a very significant color. So I want to now pull your oracle cards a little bit. I'm actually being called to pull 2 of these. At the bottom. Abundance. It is reversed though. I don't usually read oracle cards reversed unless the deck is designed like that. And underneath that is just trust. So again, whether you're more the teacher or the student, I feel like this is you could be somebody who's struggling with their abundance. You're struggling to receive and take leaps of faith. You could also be somebody who helps people who struggle with their abundance, who struggle with trusting the universe. So let's see what you get. At the bottom, when warm winds blow, that's when you'll know. Okay, so you guys could live in a warm climate. Summertime could be a significant season for you in your abundance. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the overhead rig. Sorry about that. So let's see what we have before we get into your tarot. Yeah, you have the rebel. Challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Interesting. You have let go and bury. Card 17 that reduces to an 8. So again, a number of abundance. We get out of your head. Some of you guys could be Year of the Rooster in the Chinese zodiac. Some of you could be a mosquito. Just kidding. Excuse me, sorry about that. And in divine time, things will align. Okay. So I'm almost feeling this energy that most of you guys are either in a teacher role or you are emerging into one. Although I do believe you were once also the student in this regard, right? I think you've been on your own personal evolutionary journey, right? This cycle that you've been in may have been to kind of solidify your relationship with spirit. A lot of you guys have had to learn to stop trying to control things, particularly with your mental energy. A lot of you guys, you have a very powerful mind, you're powerful manifestors, but it has worked against you in the past because you've been trying to control the outcome. This can happen where you're trying to know everything. This can happen where you're trying to you have a very specific vision in mind and are not budging or not yielding. There's a sense with this rebel energy, and we had gambler at the bottom of the deck, to buck the system and do things differently, to believe in divine timing, to believe in divine cycles, to believe in, living in the outcome, not the process, to believe in what you know to be true, not what you see available to you. I'm trying to get better with aesthetic stuff. Thanks, guys, for standing by. Excuse me. So many of you, I feel as if you are, like I said, emerging into the teacher role here. Well, let's get some more details with your tarot. Sorry, I'm trying really hard not to bump the overhead rig. 555 was on the timer as I was saying this, so number 5 might be significant to you. This could be a life path number. This could be, I almost said an anniversary. I was going to say a birthday, so May 5th might be important, May in general. 7 of Wands, there's again more of that rebel warrior kind of spirit here. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, okay, I see what I think I get it. And the 4 of Pentacles. So I do feel like you guys are teachers, but you're teachers through being awakeners. Very, very much so. I feel like you've gone through a situation in your life where this has happened to you, right? You have given a lot to a situation. Whenever I see the Knight of Pentacles come out reversed, and it's interesting because I did a read on TikTok today where that exact card came out in a different deck. So the Knight of Pentacles reversed for me is like essentially running the risk of falling prey to the sunken cost fallacy. It's where we invest a lot in something and it doesn't pan out. Excuse me, pardon my burp. And so we can have a tendency sometimes to run the risk of holding on to it because we put so much into it. And even look how the Knight is offering the Pentacle to the 8 of Swords reversed. So you have in the past had at least one significant situation, possibly multiple situations, where or like multiple things were hung up on what happened with this one situation where you have invested a lot into it and it didn't pan out. And I feel as if you almost held yourself back, right? So let's say this was like a relationship that really wasn't changing, right? But you kept hoping. Sorry, I'm just slipping my shoes off under the desk because then I wanted my little feet to be free. So if you hear rustling, that's what it is. Oh, I feel so much better. Sometimes it just feels so good to be barefoot, you guys. Okay, I'm good now. You may have held yourself back. It's like, no, I'm not giving up on this. There's a determination and a tenacity, I feel, right? And eventually you had to throw in the towel, right? You had to let it go. You had to let it be buried. And I feel this was really hard for you guys with Get Out of Your Head because you like really truly believed this situation was going to be it. You really truly believed this is what you were being guided to, right? It just took, just a little more dedication, just a little more patience, just a little more effort. And it never really came to pass. And it's like, as long as you kept giving to the situation, you were stuck. But the second you let it go, things aligned, whether the situation came back around or something better took its place. I feel for many of you, something better took its place or is in the process of taking its place. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So this was a situation that you were giving to, and giving to it left you in a poverty mindset. And the only way to free yourself was to let it go. Want to take this one? Queen of Pentacles reversed, because no matter how hard you tried, it's like you could either give to yourself and value and respect yourself or give to this situation. And 10 of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, it ended pretty heavily. I want to clarify in divine time, things will align. 3 of Pentacles reversed. It feels like you let this situation go. This was either a job or a relationship really heavily. You let this go. 4 of Swords reversed, and that's when things started moving forward in your life. Some of you, this is very, very specific. During this period of time, you may have contracted digestive issues, or they may have worsened, particularly issues with motility. It's like the more you held on to something, the slower your life got. Things didn't move forward. So let's say if it's a relationship, maybe your money also slowed down. If it's a job, maybe you noticed your health and energy were kind of like, you're like, I don't want to say losing vitality, but that's kind of the energy. I want to cut the deck here. I love how I have teacher or student. It feels like you were learning this lesson with somebody else. Somebody may have instructed you in this circumstance taught you how to handle it. Taurus energy showing up very strongly, almost all earth energies. And Three of Cups reversed, you had to say goodbye to something. Some of you had to say goodbye to the hopes of reconciliation. And it feels like you guys are moving into this teacher energy. Again, I feel the way you will be teaching is by leading by example, possibly by sharing your story, but by being an awakener. So I want to find out more about this energy. The World in reverse. Okay. The Three of Cups in reverse. And the Eight of Wands. So this is very specific, right? This is either going to be your message or not. And I want to look at these two cards, but not yet. This is either going to be your message or not. You are moving into a teacher energy, but in this situation, but not in like a traditional way. You are going to be, whoever else is involved, you are going to be teaching, I don't want to say teaching them a lesson, but yeah, teaching them the lesson. This cycle hasn't wrapped up yet, but it's on its way. It's on its way to closing up. You're on your way to like being able to finally release this, for the energy to move forward. And the way you're teaching this person is you're moving forward, right? It's already started. You're already like the ball is already rolling energetically. You're moving forward, and this person is going to be stuck for a while. And that's not like meant to be. I'm just taking a sip of water. Oh, I love water. It's not necessarily meant to be punitive, right? To punish them. But this is something where, again, it's like you made a lot of investments in good faith, and whoever else was involved, again, with that Queen of Pentacles reversed, I feel like was not honoring you, was not respecting your input, was not respecting your effort, right? It's one thing to turn you down. It's another thing to be wasting your time or your emotions, your labor. So it's like that's something, until they heal those things within self, they're still going to be repeating those cycles. So the way that you're a teacher, I feel like with that rebel energy, you let this go, right? You may have surprised this other person involved. This is like where, you've given everything to a job and they're just like really, really disrespectful, and one day you just quit, kind of a thing. This could be somebody where you were patient, you were giving, you were loving, you were waiting for them for a really long time, and then one day you're like, you know what, this is stupid, I'm out. And I think it's really shocking this person, or it has shocked this person. For some, this whoever else is involved in the situation, this even could be a friend, doesn't realize that you're gone yet, right? They don't realize that you're not in it, that you're not investing into this, that it's just not coming to pass anymore. So you, excuse me, I feel like we're initially the student in this situation, but are evolving into the teacher. And the way that you're teaching and awakening is by you moving on, by you finding your power to move on. Again, it's like once you let this go, things just pick up for you very, very quickly. And I think that's going to be the contrast that points out to whoever else was involved, that they have some things they need to look at within self. They have things that they need to work on and do differently. So I want to look at these two cards. Yeah, you could have been dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the Two of Pentacles. You could have been dealing with a fire sign who likes to have a lot of control. You could have been dealing with a fire sign who rushed in and then didn't really have a plan. You could be dealing with a fire sign who couldn't choose, right? This is like going back and forth trying to juggle. Couldn't choose between you and somebody else. Couldn't choose between whether to just have something be fun for the moment or more serious long term. They couldn't choose between whether to build with you or just kind of keep things where they are. They also couldn't, I'm getting, appropriately assess your value and put you in a place where you would thrive and shine. This is somebody who likes to pretend to be the leader, but they don't actually know what they're doing, right? They don't know how to truly manage a team, manage their resources, manage what's in front of them. And so they take on more and more and more, but they don't actually know what to do with any of it, right? And so by rushing through that process or getting overly cocky or being more obsessed with, how things look, right? How it looks to be the boss, how it looks to be, wanted by somebody, how it looks to be, having like really popular. They are cutting corners and they're skipping over things. And so by you moving forward, that's the thing that's going to end up kind of being a teachable moment for them. And seeing how quickly your life moves forward. It's almost like the second you let this go, not only does your life start to move quickly, but their cycles start to kind of slow down. And it's like you guys are going to be swapping roles. So that is pretty spicy. That is what I have for you, Group 1. I hope this has been helpful. If you are looking to book a personal with me, you can do so through the link to my website, which is down below in the description box. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope I get to read for you soon. Take care, my friends. Bye. Hi, group 2. So I just noticed as I was preparing, the timer is at 15:15. So that number might be significant. There could be a sense of something being mirrored back to you as well, or repeated. So you could be going through a kind of a repetitive cycle at this time. Serpentine is usually a stone that has a lot to do with, like, it's a great stone for healers and mystics, right? So there's almost this, oh, I forgot. I left the happy boy here. Sorry about that. There's almost this sense where you guys usually play the role of a healer, the role of a mystic. You could be kind of a shaman for other people, whether that's how it's showing up in this particular situation or not. I think you're very used to playing that role. I think you're very used to instructing other people. There's almost a foregone conclusion kind of energy here, like, yeah, I'm probably the teacher here. That's how it usually goes. Some of you are almost, you're waiting for a mentor. I do get that. So that might have something to do with this situation, but we'll see. So let's start with your archetype card. Okay, I'm going to take this one. What's at the bottom? Yeah, guide. Look at that. So when it comes out in this deck, when it comes out upright, I read the light. Reversed, I read the shadow. Represents the nature of the divine in life and yourself. What's beneath that? Child, orphan. Independence based on learning to go alone, conquering fear of surviving. So a lot of you guys, again, you've been the guide for other people, even since an early age. With child, orphan, you may have been kind of put in, like, parentified or adult roles from an early age, kind of been the guide to other people who are supposed to be guiding you. That might be part of that energy of really wanting a mentor, especially if you've just never really had that. Just this one. Get over here. Yeah, at the bottom, we have something sweet or something sour will come for you within the hour, trick or treat. So this is a timeless reading. By the time I'm filming this, Halloween is a couple months away. So that might be a significant time frame. Some of you could have birthdays around Halloween. You're just my magical witchy group. Yeah, surrender to receive is at the bottom. A lot of you guys have blocks to receiving. A lot of you guys have been used to giving, especially when it comes to the ephemeral, right? I'm getting King of Cups energy. So giving your wisdom, giving emotional support, giving guidance to others. And a lot of you guys, that's what you're good at. That's what you're talented at. And it's to the point where it may have gone on for so long, like you said, with child orphan, that you're almost like having a block to receiving. So I'm trying to make them straight and even, but I'm not really gifted with that. So thank you guys for standing by. So let's see what you've got. Oh, you have visionary, but it's reversed. Selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Okay. I will touch on that in a moment. Unknown gift. I love it. 41 is the number here, so that reduces to a 5. Sorry if you hear my stomach rumble. It's just talkative. Yeah, inner truth with 7. Okay. And 313, divine feminine, receptive. There we go. And nurturing. So you guys are the student right now. Easy. Hands down. Visionary coming out reversed. Immediately what I was getting here is a sense of almost frustration or boredom. I was drawn into compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. It feels like you guys know. You're very intuitive. You're very spiritual. Again, you've been here to guide other people for a long time. And it almost feels like people aren't listening. You could have like a past life placement like in a water sign. I'm getting particularly in Cancer or Scorpio. So this would be South Node. This would be 8th house, 12th house. This could be Saturn. I don't know, I'm getting 4th house energy as well. It's not usually a past life kind of placement in the chart, but that is something coming through. I'm just going to take a sip of my tea real quick, guys. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. It's really tasty, actually. So you've been used to doing this for a really long time. And it kind of feels like you guys are getting to that point because their back is to the rest of the cards. We have a lot of birds here, so birds are divine messengers. You're very connected with the divine. It's like you've been telling people, you've been guiding people for a long time. People might not be listening to you. You could be approaching, there's an energy here, I call it South Node burnout, right? And it's where your South Node energy in your chart, it's like no longer working for you, and that's usually a nudge to go pursue your North Node. If you have questions about that, I do offer astrological guidance sessions and readings, so you're welcome to book one of those with me and we can get into it in depth because it's fascinating and I think very helpful. Like very helpful in general, whether you choose to study it further with me or not. There's a sense here with this energy where, you know, you're tired of staring into the void and nobody's really listening. You have gotten used to the fact that you're very connected with the divine. You can see things a mile away. You can point things out to people. You're trying to save them trouble. You're trying to teach them lessons. and nobody's really listening, or it's just been a very rough road, right? And it feels like a lot of you guys are almost wanting to turn away from this and explore your inner truth, your unknown gifts for yourself, right? A lot of you guys are being called to explore your feminine energy further, right? And that might seem weird for some of you because, again, there's this very like watery energy, which is feminine in nature. But a lot of you guys have trouble receiving. That's the big thing I'm getting. There's trouble receiving. So for some of you, I'm getting time. You have trouble receiving your own time. You have trouble receiving quality like support and time and attention from other people. So right now, you are the student in trying to find some kind of like inner truth when it comes to excuse me, how to better pursue your own like feminine energy. Yep, 7 of Swords in reverse. Oop, and there she is, the Queen of Cups. I knew she was going to come out with the Devil. And I think it's interesting they flipped out together. And I actually want to take this one as well. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. A lot of you guys, the Hanged Man is reversed at the bottom. Pisces, so much water here. Capricorn as well. Excuse me. So you could have a lot, again, of placements on like the Cancer Capricorn axis or significant placements there. But this is exactly what I mean, right? So a lot of you guys are in this like kind of student mentality right now in this area, like this time of your life, the situation you're in. You have spent a long time, these two came out together. You have spent a long time giving your heart away to devils in your life, right? And I don't mean that like literally, but what I mean, this can be toxicity, this can be vices, unhealthy patterns. You spend a lot of time healing, supporting, nurturing, and rescuing other people. A lot of you know this. This is not new. A lot of you guys have been doing some boundary work, but now comes the next step where it's about giving that same energy to yourself, right? Because the Queen is the feminine energy principle of the water suit. So she is receptive, nurturing, but she cares for self first and foremost. She is known as like forgiving, loving, nurturing to others, but it's because she does that for herself first. So a lot of you guys, because she's giving this to the Devil, excuse me, I'm sorry, my allergies are just awful. They're formidable. Because she's giving this to the Devil, a lot of you guys have given a lot to people and circumstances because it's like, I'm getting this energy of it's the right thing to do, right? You take care of everybody else. You give people second chances. You let somebody take a sip of their tea like I'm doing right now. There we go. Thank you. You're very, very giving. And a lot of you guys, because the 7 of Swords is reversed, like I said, you're already aware. You've been doing boundary work. You've been working on you've been working on creating healthier relationships for yourself. I feel that even with all the work you've been doing, there are still many energies that are drawn to you who are looking for guidance, looking for support. A lot of people who do want to improve, right? And you might see them grow over the time you know each other, but it feels like a lot of you guys are kind of tired of being in that role. And as a result, you're being encouraged to turn inward and sort of find your own sense of strength, your own sense of emotional well-being, your own sense of happiness. I want to clarify unknown gift. 3 of Wands reverse coming out. So there's a sense here of wanting a change of plans, right? A lot of you guys know that these are your gifts and skills, right? Your big loving heart is a gift. It's part of your purpose. It's part of your skills, but it's like the way you express it or what you do with it. You're looking for a change. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, because you want something reciprocal. It's not that you want to stop being this, but you want to receive that back now. And so a lot of you guys are going inward with inner truth to kind of figure out the like necessary steps to make that happen, like the mechanisms by which to get reciprocity. 4 of Wands reversed. Some of you guys, this may have been sparked on by having to release a relationship, possibly call off an engagement. 6 of Pentacles, yep, in order to find reciprocity. Like learning how to better give to yourself first before you can expect that from somebody else. 3 of Swords, because something was like heartbreaking here. You're tired of living in heartbreak is kind of something I'm getting. I want to look at this card but not take it. King of Pentacles reversed. This could be with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is like this energy of somebody who can be loving but not demonstrate value. I talk about this a lot if you've ever gotten a personal with me or done coaching, which thank you, by the way, if you have. I love that. It's lovely to spend time with you. We often conflate in society, we conflate self-love and self-respect, right? We can have love for ourselves and not know how to support and honor that love through our actions and investment. excuse me, especially if that was never modeled to us. So it feels like you've had a cycle with people who can genuinely have love for you, have feelings for you, but cannot support that long term through their actions. They act selfishly, they act in an unstable way. With the devil here, they have their own cycles, their own vices that hold them back from being able to be your equal and a stable, partner, friend. Again, to have that reciprocity and that stability. And so this is what I feel like you are leaving behind, right? So right now you're the student and you're learning a lot more about how to nurture yourself with your own gifts, how to give yourself self-love, how to build a more stable life and routine for yourself. I want to just pull you kind of a couple of advice cards. 8 of Wands reversed. You might find that you're in a slowdown period while this is happening. Pardon my itchy arm. You're in a slowdown period while this is happening, and that's okay. Knight of Wands reverse. Now is a time to rest. A lot of you guys, this might be very challenging for you. Rest is productive, but rest is also like a really potent, useful tool of the divine feminine energy. You need to be able to rest, to be able to hear yourself, to feel your feelings, to be able to hear what you need and be able to give yourself that. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, because a lot of you guys are running off of fumes right now in some way, shape, or form in your life. So right now, in whatever situation you're in, you are the student, although you are usually the teacher. So that is everything that I've got for you for right now. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you are looking to book a personal, you can do so through my website, the link for which is down below. And I will see you next time. Bye. Oh my gosh, my burp. Ah. Hi, group 3. So you guys chose the Rainbow Moonstone. Immediately I heard student, but we will see what comes out. I'm not really getting anything else off it, even though Rainbow Moonstone is usually a very intuitive stone. A lot of you guys might find that your intuition's a little blocked right now. There's something about not knowing how things are supposed to go. So I want to take this card, but we have these two as well. So we have when the cold winds blow with the first snow, and it's time for a break. How are you even away? There is an immediate sense of being in a winter season, right? This is a timeless reading. At time of filming it, this is summer in the northern hemisphere, but so you might see something starting to shift in 6 months. But this mostly feels like there's a break that's needed right now. This was the card I wanted to take. 444. Yep. Angelic support, divine alignment, foundations. A lot of you guys are in a period of pause to reassess your foundational energy. 313 at the bottom with the wow, I can't talk. With the divine feminine energy principle. Let me just take a sip of tea. That card came out in group 2, so some of you guys may have been drawn to that. I've been doing the cards in a certain order, and for yours, I'm doing them backwards right now. So things might be going way out of order than what you expected or how you would normally do things. I am picking that up. There's a lot of yes, no in the energy. Okay. Well, I guess you get 2. We have Father at the bottom. In this deck, when it comes out upright, I read the light attribute. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. So this could have a lot to do with your masculine energy. This could go back to a father figure. But again, with the number 4, there's something here about creating stability and foundations for yourself. So, wow, you might want to go check out group 2 because this theme came up at the end of their reading. So it's self-worth, love, value, respect. 11 here. So repeating 4s and repeating 1s might be significant. That's an ascended master number. So you do have a lot of divine guidance at this time. We have athlete with dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. And okay, so advocate, the shadow is embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Okay. Excuse me. A lot of you guys, immediately what I'm getting with advocate in reverse is that some of you guys have structures in your life that have been built around making other people happy. Some of you guys have been wanting to please a father figure. Some of you guys have been just wanting to be seen as acceptable. and getting the word successful as strong here. But you have some type of structure. I almost want to say support structure, but some type of structure in your life that is foundational to you that you have built, and it is based off of making others happy. So in the cycle that you're in right now, I'm picking up very much a heavy student energy. But there's like very much, where like group 2 is very much needing to learn their divine feminine energy and like kind of needing to get to know that divine feminine energy. I feel like for you guys, this is getting to know your divine masculine energy, or almost like rebooting your divine masculine energy. Excuse me. Some of you guys, this may have been prompted by a change in your physical body or like your physical limitations, right? And so there's almost a sense here, especially with this pause energy, where you might be in a divinely inspired pause. And this is in order to kind of figure out what is even worthwhile to you, what you want to build your foundation on. Some of you, this has to do with your money here. We have 3 coins, makes me think of the 3 of Pentacles. So not only your money, but your career and who you align with for partnerships in the long term, right? What you want to build your foundations off of. That is kind of something that I'm getting. So a lot of you guys are figuring out either a better way to do things, or I feel like really reevaluating what you're reaching for and who you're aligned with to try to get it. So let's look a little bit deeper. Wow, yeah, the High Priestess. A lot of you guys have had a spiritual awakening. For sure. 8 of Swords. You're still in the middle of it. You're trying to figure it all out, trying to figure out all the details. But you've had a set of beliefs that has actually kept you limited, and a lot of you guys are kind of taking the blindfold off. Page of Pentacles, exactly, in order to start fresh, to start new. Some of you guys ditched a career and you're going for an entirely different one. Some of you guys, I'm getting this energy, you may have been going to school for something and it's like you got 75% of the way through a degree course and you're like, actually, I don't want to do that. And you're switching degrees. Yep, Tower at the bottom. So something significant has happened here. I feel this has most likely already happened for many of you. Again, this could have to do with your physical body, but this also could have to do with your living situation. Something has came in and shaken you up, created kind of like a spiritual awakening or like a significant spiritual enlightenment moment. Your intuition, your guides with that 11, your guides are talking to you very, very heavily because they're trying to free you from this limitation. A lot of you guys know that something has kept you limited, but might not know how to fully escape it yet, and that's okay. You are learning that. What is this 8 of Swords? 3 of Swords. A lot of you guys, you know something is not for you, but you don't know fully how to escape it, or you don't know what you'll do when you do escape it, right? Let's say it's a career that, excuse me, everyone in your family has. It was 33:22 on the timer when I said that, so that might be important. For some of you, this was something that you did at 22, and now at 33, you're getting the chance to I'm getting like bail out. For some of you, it's either at 33 or at 44. You're getting the chance to redo something. Yeah, because it's 33:44 on the timer right now. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This is something where you're not exactly sure what's going to happen when you make this leap, or now that you're making this leap, you're not exactly sure what the correct answer is, right? It's like, well, I know I don't move in that direction, so where do I go? 6 of Pentacles as well. There might be a fear about who's going to be there on the other side of you making this change. But this is coming from a place of self-worth, self-love, self-value, and self-respect, right? So you're creating a much better foundation for yourself. Yeah, 10 of Swords. I feel like there's been a betrayal here. By you following the path that's meant for you, you might feel like you're betraying somebody, but it also feels like somebody has reacted as if you're betraying them. Death in reverse. This could be with a Scorpio. This is somebody who does not want the dynamic to change. 4 of Wands reverse for some. This is a partner, or this is somebody that you thought you would end up with. And it's kind of like somebody does not want something to change, and by virtue of holding on to that, they are losing you. They would rather have things their way than have you be able to show up authentically in like a self-loving and respecting way and work with you in that energy. Yep, because the 5 of Wands at the bottom is a power struggle. So a lot of you guys, like I said, have either gone through this 10 of Swords moment, you're going through it right now, and there's a sense here of, I'm not sure what to do on the other side of this. I'm not sure who's going to be there to catch me, but I know that like you've been forced to look at this, right? Or you're being forced to look at. It's like, I know things have to change, but I have no idea what that is, what that looks like, what I'm doing, etc. I want to just get some more cards. Yeah, the King of Wands. I feel like you guys are finding your power. Good for you. Water sign energy. Fire sign energy, but water signs may also be applicable. The Five of Wands. A lot of you guys are not scared of the fight anymore and the world because you're not scared of things end, right? You've leveled up here. You have more confidence in yourself, more drive, more motivation. The King of Wands knows that he's overcome everything, so nothing really truly scares him. He knows he can handle anything. Three of Cups, this even could be with a friend. This could be with somebody you're trying to reconcile with. Queen of Pentacles, this could be a relationship between a fire and an earth sign. This is somebody who you felt like you were always having to earn their approval. You had to be some kind of version of yourself. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Version of yourself that's like popular and successful in order to get any kind of respect, value, or love. And that is falling to the wayside quite quickly. I do want to kind of see what's going to be on the other side for you as you sort of move past this, right? Whether this person, okay, that's too many cards. Whether this person is receptive to your changes or not. Ace of Swords, you're going to know what to do. You're going to be sitting very securely in your own truth. Oh, I want this one. The Ace of Cups reversed. There will be some healing that will be needed, though. And the Four of Swords reversed. Yeah, healing will be needed, but there will be a lot of truth as you kind of make this transition, make this leap. Page of Cups reversed. You might be in for a period of kind of like emotional purging and or inner child healing. So I want to pull a couple of cards of advice for you guys. All right, Temperance. Take adequate time to heal. Sagittarius energy showing up here. It's interesting we're talking about water and fire because that's what we have here. So you might have a water sign coming in or a fire sign to help kind of facilitate healing. You might have a spiritual healer reach out to you soon, whether they like do that for work or not. Four of Pentacles reversed. Just know that letting go of this is going to ultimately create healing, right? It's better to scrap an unstable foundation. And you will get your justice, right? Libra energy now showing up. You will get your justice. You will get fairness. You will get things, a return of energy. You will get reciprocity. Knight of Swords at the bottom. There's like a note of fearlessness here to move toward what you need to do, even with, because beneath that is the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Even if it feels like, yeah, and then the Six of Swords is sticking out. Even if it feels like you are having a momentary loss, right? Some of you guys, there's been a threat to cut you out of an inheritance. It's like, even if you think that there's like a loss in the moment, ultimately, you will gain so much more out of this. What you were doing was unstable. It appeared to be otherwise. All the energy you're putting into your healing and rewriting your foundations will be returned to you, will pay off. You will have justice. You will have peace. And peace on your own terms is something I'm getting. So that is what I have for you for right now, my friends. I hope this has been helpful. If you're looking to book a personal, the link to do so is through my website, and that's down below. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope we get to connect again very soon. Take care, sweet friends. Bye.